In the emergency room at Downtown General, Dorothy told Lily and Kevin about her financial problems after losing her investment with Pittsburgh International Trading Company. She decided to ask Niles Walford for help, but she really wanted him to replace Kevin as her son-in-law. "I have nothing to do with Niles, so I don't want to see him either." Lily thought Kevin was uncomfortable and trying to act like the idea was ridiculous. "We can head home later. You don't want to leave Mom here all alone, do you?" Kevin patted Lily reassuringly on the back of her hand. Soon a stretch worth at least $200,000 pulled up and blocked the entire entrance to the ER. A man got out and headed inside. As soon as he walked through the doorway, Dorothy's eyes lit up. She started waving her arms and shouting, "Niles, I'm over here!" "What are you doing here? Are you okay?" Niles saw that Dorothy's clothes were tattered, and she looked like she'd been through a battle. At the same time, he looked around and saw the other injured women waiting for treatment nearby. "Well, it's hard to say. I couldn't count on my useless son-in-law, so I decided to ask you to help me." Dorothy hung her head and let out a sigh. That's when Niles noticed that Lily was standing there, and he got a lustful look in his eyes. But when he saw Kevin, his expression got a little more serious. "Is that you, Lily?" Niles greeted her with a smile. But Lily didn't pay too much attention to him. She just nodded her head politely. Dorothy was upset to see Lily's reaction. "Where are your manners, Lily? Have you been hanging around with that too much? Niles is talking to you." "Don't worry about it, Dorothy. Let's talk about your business first. After I deal with that, I'll have a good chat with Lily." Niles smiled sweetly and continued, "You should come to visit me. It's been a long time since I saw you. You know I bought you a lovely bracelet, but I haven't had a chance to give it to you." Niles didn't pay any attention to Kevin at all. To him, Kevin was a nobody. "I'm sure you'll find a solution. You always do." Dorothy smiled broadly. Her rich friends sitting nearby were green with envy. While Dorothy was talking to Niles, Lily gently pulled Kevin's arm. "What are we going to do, sweetie?" Lily knew what kind of man Niles was. She thought he was a bad influence, cocky, and self-important. If Niles managed to help Dorothy solve her problem, she would certainly pressure her to divorce Kevin, or at least push him out of their home. "Don't worry about it. Let's see what happens," Kevin replied with a smile. Dorothy explained the problem she was having with Conrad Ferguson and how she and her friends had been cheated by him. After Dorothy finished, Niles nodded his head in understanding. "Is that all, Dorothy?" He didn't seem very worried at all. "I'll call my father right away and ask him to have a talk with Drake. I'll also straighten things out with Conrad." When she saw Niles pull out his cell phone, Dorothy's heart was full of joy. He was young and handsome, came from a good family, and had a lot of good social connections. Niles would simply be the perfect son-in-law for her. He was way better than Kevin, who'd never accomplished a thing in his life. Everyone could hear Niles talking with his father on the phone. He quickly gave him a rundown of Dorothy's problem. He didn't know Drake Cook personally, but his father was good friends with Dominic Archer. So as long as Conrad returned Dorothy's money, no one would find out that Niles didn't know Drake at all. At the same time, he'd impressed the heck out of Dorothy, killing two birds with one stone. But the next second, his father's reply ruined his plans. "Are you crazy? Do you have any idea what's going on? I barely know Dominic Archer. What do you expect me to say to him?" "What do you think, Dad?" Niles forced a smile while he tried to calm himself down so Dorothy and the others wouldn't realize he was full of "What do I think? Ha! You must be joking. Do you have any idea who Drake is? Even if I knew Dominic, that wouldn't mean a thing," Niles' father roared. "Get back home right now and don't stick your nose in anybody's business anymore. You're boxing way above your weight class." Mr. Walford hung up and Niles stood there with the phone stuck against his ear, uneasy about the entire situation. If Drake wouldn't even listen to Dominic, then he didn't have a chance of getting Dorothy's money back for her. "Niles, what did your father say?" Dorothy had no idea that anything was wrong. "Don't worry about anything. My father said he'll take care of everything." Niles had no choice but to lie. He just wanted to buy some time so he could scoot out of the hospital. Kevin stifled a laugh. He'd been right about Niles all along. "It's obvious that he's bitten off more than he could chew," Kevin thought as he shook his head and smirked. Then he put his arm around Lily's shoulder and declared, "Mom, don't start counting your chickens. I don't think Niles can handle your problem." "What are you talking about?" The smile on Niles Walford's face disappeared and he flew into a rage. "Are you questioning me? You don't think I can handle it? Well, why don't you show us what you can do, big shot?" Seeing that the situation was getting out of hand, Dorothy said quickly, "Niles, listen to me. You belong to the Walford family. What do you care what this thinks?" Dorothy turned her head and glared at Kevin again. "If you don't know how to behave, just keep your big mouth closed." The bystander seemed to agree with Dorothy. Kevin couldn't possibly be as wealthy and capable as Niles. Just look at how he was dressed. One of them commented, "Dorothy, I think your daughter would be a perfect match for Niles. A match made in heaven." They all started making fun of Kevin, and they all expected Niles to get their money back from the bad investment. If he couldn't do that, they'd be in big trouble. "Are you okay, Kevin? Don't listen to any of them. You know I'd never divorce you." Lily comforted him in a sweet voice. "Don't worry, honey. I'm fine. Just give me a second to make a call." Kevin stepped to the side and pulled out his phone to call Drake. At that very moment, Drake, Cook, and Conrad Ferguson were having coffee in a private room at the Whistler Hotel. When Drake's phone rang, he was pleasantly surprised. "Kevin, how can I help you?" Kevin immediately started chewing him out. "What the heck is going on over there? Your people have gone too far with their get-rich-quick schemes. Do you know what I'm talking about?" "I have no idea what you're talking about, Kevin." Drake was completely confused and was trying to figure out what he'd done wrong. "You really have no idea. Let me jog your memory." Kevin continued to give him hell. "Do you have a man named Conrad Ferguson who started a company called Pittsburgh International Trading? And do you know that he cheated my mother-in-law and her friends out of all their money? And on top of that, he had someone try to blow them up to intimidate them. Fortunately, she's okay, otherwise you'd both be at the bottom of Lake Michigan right now."
Please subscribe to the Pocket FM YouTube channel and press the bell icon for instant notification. Check out our channel for more such exciting shows.